All right, today's video, I want to show you guys a couple of things you can do if you do not have the ability to install Photoshop or Lightroom on your computers. Let's jump right into it. The first one is photopea.com, photopea.com. And you can see this is basically a web-based version of Photoshop. It's not made by Adobe, and it's not officially supported, and it is full of ads that you will have to deal with unless you have some kind of ad blocker installed on your internet browser, which not a bad idea. But you can do most of the things you can do in Photoshop, you can do here in Photopea. In fact, I would argue that most of the things, almost everything that we will do in Photoshop, you could do here. So you could open, if you had a Photoshop file on your computer, you could open that up. If you were following a tutorial on the internet, you could click on New Project right here. Or if you wanted to do like a demo that it'll walk you through, you could click on either of these two right here. But let's just click on New Project here. And you can see, just like in Photoshop, we've got our width and our dimension, and we can choose pixels or inches. I have a really crappy mouse that kind of just clicks things randomly. So let's try that again. So you can see, just like in regular Photoshop, we could set our width and our height and our DPI, all of that stuff, and you could choose whatever you wanted to choose, and then just go ahead and click on Create. And a lot of the same tools that you're used to are all over here. Here's the healing brushes and the patch tools and the clone stamp and the brush tool. It's all here. In fact, it looks like even some of the keyboard shortcuts work, which is awesome. I just press B to choose the brush tool. And let's see, I'm pressing the right bracket key to make my brush bigger and the left bracket key to make my brush smaller. So if there's something that a tutorial online is asking you to do, or something that you need to do for an assignment, you don't have access to Photoshop, you can, of course, just use this right here. And let's just talk about saving stuff. So I've created this beautiful work of art. I am going to save it as a PSD, or I could export as, so let's say I was done and I just wanted to turn in a JPEG file, then I could just export as a JPEG. Remember, if we want to come back and work on stuff later, we probably always want to save it as a PSD, but I would just go ahead and click on export as JPEG. And this is going to pop up right here saying, do you want to change the size or anything like that? Do you want to change the quality, which somewhere between 70 and 80 is perfectly fine. And then I just go ahead and click on save right here, and it's going to download that saved file to my computer, and then I could then upload it to Flickr or turn things in on Canvas or whatever it is that you're going to be required to do. The other one I wanted to show you is lightroom.adobe.com. This is the official web-based version of Lightroom. And you can see there are a lot of the same things that we learn about in class using Lightroom we can do here. You can go to Learn and click on all of these things right here to browse through and find different techniques. In fact, that will be part of what we will be doing in this class. But let's actually go back to the home here, and let's actually sign in. And again, you'll put in your school email address here to sign in. I'll do that. And because I'm on a school computer, it let me zip right through, but you may have to go through and do that multi-step sign-in process. It's a little bit obnoxious. So here's some photos I took using the Lightroom app on my phone. So they showed up here, and you can see if I click on this, I can come up here and go to edit this photo. And most of the things you can do in regular Lightroom are here. Not all of them, but a lot of the cool stuff and the most important stuff, the stuff that really makes our photos look awesome, it's all in here as well. So we can do our exposure and all of that stuff. And the cool thing is, any effects or any changes that I do here will show up in my Lightroom on my computer. So if I came in and edited this photo substantially, I would just, when I'm all done, I just hit this save and exit button. And I'm done editing photos, and those edits will now be synced up to either Lightroom on my phone or Lightroom on my computer, which is pretty cool. And that's it, guys. That's 2 online resources for you if you need them while we are working from home. If you have any questions about these or need help with either one of them, feel free to let me know either through Remind or Canvas or email us. Any of those are fine. Have a good one.